yes, I just did something unforgivable, but you brought her here.
We are back for episode 5 of The Acolyte, which means we are past halfway of the series. And that's for good, because no matter how hard the fans of this show stamp their feet, it's never coming back. But let's be honest, I'm stamping my feet along with them. I want it back. It's hilarious talking about this show. Episode 5 leads straight off from the exciting conclusion of episode 4, the confrontation with the stranger. Osha wakes up and her first concern is Pip, her android device.
Pip?
And we get our first dead Jedi. The lighting of this show is atrocious. Good luck watching this during the day, because even in a pitch black room, it's hard to see what the hell's going on. It's hard to believe there was a time when lighting was one of the most important jobs on a film set, and then digital cameras took over with their low light capabilities, and every lazy studio thought, let's save time and money and just fix the lighting in post-production. And this is the black muted crap results. I mean, the show only cost $230 million. That's just under $250 million. So of course there's no time or money to set up a couple of lights. Anyway, we get the first glimpse of our lightsaber fight that is apparently, according to Leslie Headland, going to rival the fight between Maul Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. That comparison's going back a few years. Even Leslie knows that all the Disney lightsaber fights have been ass cancer. And we get our first lightsaber headbutt. Now, before this show, I'd never heard of ketosis. I think that's how you say it. I don't care. Don't correct me in the comments. The metal that the stranger's helmet is made from. Apparently, it can withstand lightsaber blows as well as disrupt the lightsaber's energy, which means basically turns them off. Yes, sounds stupid. Luckily for the Jedi, they have more than just their lightsabers for protection, so turning them off won't stop these highly trained fighters from continuing the fight using the power of the Force. No. When the Jedi do have their lightsabers turned off, they just stand there looking at their limp beer dick lightsabers waiting to be killed. The stranger, or what the internet has dubbed him, Smilo Ren, tries to kill Osha. Not sure why. His reasoning for being here and killing everyone is never really clear, and his relationship with each of the sisters is also a jumbled mess. And to be totally fair to this god-awful show, the physical parts of the lightsaber fight are far better than anything we have seen from Disney. I wouldn't say the best since Maul's fight, but easily the best since the prequels. Well, I think it is. It's so dark I can't be sure, and saying the best since the prequels is a pretty low bar. The sequel trilogy baseball bat swinging, heavy broadsword movement style was the worst by far. Throw on top of that Rey's continuous screaming, and it was a horrible thing to watch. And every one of those sequel fights, it looked like a blaster would have ended the argument a lot quicker.
So uncivilized.
And while we are on Rey and Kylo, because it's been a while, they were the first glimpse we got of what was to come. Weirdo women that fall in lust for guys that have killed their friends and loved ones. Yes, all these years later, and Disney is still pushing the same story. A strangely anti-feminist story. Yes, I said it, anti-feminist. Suck on that. But if only we'd had the signs of the weirdness to come. If only the Reylos had warned us. Then Disney pretty much ignored lightsaber fights, up to the Obi-Wan Ahsoka shows, and the fight choreography in those shows was dreadful. So compared to all of that, this is a lot better. But the main problem that kept taking me out of this fight, besides the headbutts, was the overall direction of the fight. Just like the throne room scene, people just keep leaving and returning as needed, with no explanation.
Osha, run!
Sol misses the first 10 minutes of the fight for no reason. Multiple people die and Sol is nowhere to be found. What's Sol doing at this moment? Where is he? What's he doing now? And now? Oh, here he comes. What's been keeping him busy all this time? Is there another fight going on that we don't know about? Or is it convenient to just remove him for a little bit? Jackie decides to not use her lightsaber for a whole fight and nearly dies. But when she does decide to use it, she can kick ass. Really makes that beginner's class she was doing in the previous episode look a bit stupid. Jackie should be the lead of the show. She moves well and she can act. Two things our lead struggles with, acting and moving. Weirdly, during the fight, Smilo Ren's main focus is on killing May. May becomes more important than killing the Jedi. Several times he leaves a winning killing situation to go after May, even though May has nowhere to go besides back to his ship. And then Jackie gets killed. Which really surprised me. And she even stays dead after multiple people have survived being run through with a lightsaber, and Disney's general aversion to killing anyone in Star Wars these days. This was truly a pleasant surprise. Even Yord gets his neck broken. It was the happiest 10 minutes of Star Wars I've watched in years. Our big baddie's revealed and shares what his plan is, which means the pleasure of more standalone writing that doesn't fit in with the rest of the story. You know, writing for the phone-staring morons called Disney fans.
What do you want?
Freedom.
Smilo explains that he wants freedom to be himself without the Jedi hassling him. He also wants an apprentice.
The freedom to wield my power the way I like, without having to answer to Jedi like you. I want a pupil.
They seem reasonable requests. The only problem is, he had all of that before choosing to come after the Jedi. Who the hell writes a villain who starts out with everything they desire and no reason to chase conflict, and then worse, has them complain about the conflict they have caused? The guy is written as an idiot.
I don't make the rules. The Jedi do. And the Jedi say I can't exist. They see my face. They all die.
Holy shit, this is idiotic. The logic behind this. This has nothing to do with some weird discrimination. It's the fact that he was hunting and killing Jedi. He just slaughtered Jackie right in front of Sol. He doesn't quite understand that it's the murdering bit that the Jedi aren't happy with.
I don't make the rules. The Jedi do.
Yeah, those really strict no serial killer rules. I absolutely love that he's complaining about their unfair rules while at the same time he's telling them that they're all about to die.
So now I have to kill every single last one of you.
Smilo Clown here is living his life on his far-off planet, training his apprentice without a care in the world because no one knows he exists. Living in peace, Smilo realised that what he really wanted was peace, so he decided to force his apprentice to seek revenge on all the Jedi that wronged her, something that had nothing to do with him. He then spent time searching out all these Jedi across multiple planets.
I know bounty hunters won't set foot in these forests.
Oh, but you have.
Yes, I have. To find the Wookiee. And it was hard.
He then personally directed his apprentice to kill each Jedi, a direction he gave her under the threat of death. A murderous plan that would have Smilo and May travelling to where certain Jedi lived. Jedi locations that the other Jedi would know about in advance, like where Discount Chewie lives. This huge plan and all this murderous cross-galaxy travel all being done so Smilo could be left alone.
What do you want? Freedom.
Smilo'd make a perfect partner for Prince Harry.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
And he is also really annoyed that May exposed him. She exposed him by following his plan.
She exposed me. So now I have to kill every single last one of you.
You see, this is the end result of hiring writers for their diversity score instead of talent. The scary part is that there are people out there who defend this garbage.
What do you want? Freedom.
Just quickly, let me tell you about one of the few products everyone should have. A product that costs less than a cup of coffee. And that's a good VPN. Well, that's if you value freedom and privacy every time you go online. And the VPN I keep coming back to for its reliability and ease of use is the wonderful Surfshark, the safest and easiest VPN to use. And in case you lovely people don't know, a VPN is a clever little app that disguises your IP address every time you go online, which means you can't be geo-blocked by different countries. So you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want. HBO Max, the BBC iPlayer, or international Netflix. And this can be done from anywhere in the world. Or maybe you just want to catch up with the latest news, but it's not available in your country. That's no longer a problem if you have Surfshark. Maybe sport is your thing, and you just want full coverage of the football or maybe the Formula One, but it's too expensive in your country. Well, Surfshark will let you skip over to a different country where the pricing is a bit more reasonable. Plus, because you're always protected by Surfshark, the bad guys can't spy on you and steal your important information. And with just the one account, you can have Surfshark protect all your devices. So surf away, my friends. So go to surfshark.com/head and use the code HEAD and you'll get a bonus 4 months absolutely free. And there is no risk as Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Protect yourself with Surfshark today.
The freedom to wield my power the way I like, without having to answer to Jedi like you.
Sol has a chance to kill Smilo, but Osha stops him. That's right, Osha is protective of a person she's never met, who she just watched slaughter multiple people, including a childhood friend of hers, her literal oldest friend. She just predicted that he would kill everyone if they didn't help, which led to the death of her friend. She's just seen how powerful and psychotic he is. She's even seen him try to kill her sister, but for terrible plot reasons, she stops him. I really get the feeling that the writers lost track of which sister they were writing for at any given time, because the sisters' motivations swap constantly. A quick listen to Leslie Headland, and you soon realise that they don't even pretend to care about the actual story.
When May cuts her hair, and I'm like, girl, you still got that thing on your forehead. You move your hair. And
You got.
like,
They could just move your hair. They could just move,
like,
and they'd be like, she's like, it's okay. It's interesting. It plays out very interestingly in the next episode.
Lucasfilm is now just a machine for people to siphon money.
I don't know if it was the greatest idea, but she was definitely.
she was thinking, she goes, I got this.
We get a ridiculous rule about the Jedi never attacking the unarmed, which is a great cheat code if you're ever fighting a Jedi.
The Jedi do not attack the unarmed.
Anytime they look like winning, just drop your weapon and they will back off to let you pick up your weapon and start over, even if you have just murdered multiple Jedi in front of them.
He's too dangerous to be left alive.
Then Osha gets a heap of killer bugs to attack Smilo, bugs that forgot they were attracted to the lightsaber light.
It went straight for the saber.
It's attracted to light.
If she's going to attempt to kill him, why not just let Soul kill him? And the second Smilo is flown away by the killer bugs, they start talking about their personal problems.
Why did he say that? Saul? Why did he say I shouldn't trust you?
Multiple Jedi killed, her friends slaughtered. The most violent killer the Jedi I've ever seen has just been carried away. Still alive, I might add. And Osha thinks it's a good time to discuss her feelings.
Why did he say that? Saul? Why did he say I shouldn't trust you?
Girl brand Star Wars is amazing. Sol looks like the guy who has a shocking hangover. He's getting hassled by his girlfriend about who he was talking to the night before. All while his house is burning down. Sol gets knocked out by Mace, and May and Osha can walk to a different location to catch up.
Osha, what have you done?
And if you thought the show was batshit crazy up to this point, we're about to hit a whole new level of batshit crazy.
What have you done? I did what I needed to do. Everything you have ever done has been for yourself. The Jedi got what they deserved. Those Jedi were more my family than you ever were.
Remember this line. It'll be important in the future.
They invaded our home. Invaded? You were the violent one. I love you. We both survived. All we have is each other now.
Now, a bit of a cringe trigger warning here. Now, I think the word cringe is severely overused. I try to avoid using it at all costs. But if I'm ever going to use the word cringe, it's now. For the cringiest cringe scene that's ever cringed. May's haircutting scene. The drama, the spectacle, the hair cutting. It's not even the idea that's bad. Like everything in this show, it's the execution. Makes me want to quickly go watch Predator to wash it all away. Both these sisters are written as completely unhinged. Both are written with no hint of anything resembling good human qualities. Their switching between love and hate and who they are loyal to makes for horrible characters. The fact that the writers think that we should be rooting for either of these women is truly bizarre. Also, would have been a good time for May to tell Osha that Sol murdered their mother, but that would have made too much sense.
Leave Saul out of this. He stole you from us. He saved my life. And what kind of life is that, huh?
So instead, again, they're going to turn on each other so they can swap places. And thank God Basil is still alive. Here's a spoiler for a future episode. Basil is the real Sith apprentice. May leaves her sister to die so she can go kill Sol. Yes, she has decided to kill the Jedi again, even though she said she didn't want to kill them 5 minutes ago.
What I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka, and then turn myself into the Jedi.
And the only thing that has happened between then and now is that the Jedi have saved her life several times. But the Disney moron fans won't remember that bit, so time to reset to bad. May has the perfect opportunity to kill Sol here, but she doesn't take it because she wants to go back with him on his ship.
We must get to the ship here.
Because, well, who the hell knows? It's getting beyond a joke. There's no reason for any of it. She could kill him now, but instead, she'll go with him on his ship, a ship that could have more Jedi on it for all she knows, and give him the opportunity to call Coruscant, where they can send more Jedi. Great plan, May. At least we get a last look at the Harvey Weinsteins. I have to thank Twitter for that joke. And May takes off with Sol. Why she left her long-lost sister, the sister she was just crying with, on a hostile planet with a homicidal murderer is a mystery.
I love you.
Oh no, hang on. It's so Osha and Smilo can hook up together. I know. That sounds absolutely ridiculous after what she just saw Smilo do to all her friends. Seems like a weird moral conflict, but you have to remember one thing. You have to remember who wrote this.
Yes, I just did something unforgivable, but you brought her here.